Stack it DOP, Linktree USD. Got them NFTs, all on me. I've been running these streets, I just beat.
What's good, NFT City? It's your boy Chris coming at you with another episode of the NFT City podcast. As usual, got my boy Dom. How you feeling today, bro?
NFT City was good. Episode 13. I feel great, bro. Like always. It's a nice day here in New York City. And I'm excited for Top Shot news, and I'm also excited for NBA playoffs, bro.
Word. I went outside with some basketball shorts today. I was like, man, it's fucking hot. But it feels good though, bro. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, right? So
Facts, bro. Yeah. Today's the first day of like summer weather here. Every day before this, we were seeing like 50s. Bro, I was wearing a sweater. Like, it was like hoodie season for like for maybe 2-3 weeks. And then today, bro, was like the day where like, yo, I want to strip down. Like, bro, our computers are overheating. I mean, we were talking earlier during work, and my laptop is out here sounding like a PS4, like a jet.
Yo, facts, bro. Like, it was so bad I opened up, although I was like, you know what? First of all, for those who live in New York City, yeah, I know Con Ed be ripping you and shit with the bill. So I was like, nah, it's too early to turn on the AC. So I had to open up all the windows and shit just so we could properly work. But yeah, man, we here and shit. We got it working. We ain't lagging. We good now.
Facts. I do want to say though, in the topic of how we feeling, just checked my evaluate market, my moment ranks, and I don't feel as good as I was feeling earlier today.
Yeah,
but
I don't even want to check mine, bro. I just had some Popeyes and I kind of can't breathe a little bit, so I don't want to. I don't want to spit out my dinner, bro.
Oh shit. But yeah, all good.
Damn, bro. So you were struggling like that? I mean, we could even just kick it off right into that, but not even just NBA Top Shot, but all markets have been kind of bad lately, and that definitely hasn't been too exciting to look at, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, what's interesting is that when we got into Top Shot, a lot of it was like crypto people. You could tell by the way some of the people in just the people moved, what moments people were buying and things like that. Things that didn't make sense from a ball standpoint. So we could tell that there was a lot of crypto stuff in it. So I always thought, maybe the markets in Top Shot will be correlated with the actual crypto markets. And, it was just something I was, ready to observe in case anything happened like that. And today was one of the craziest days in crypto. Like, my portfolio is looking, yeah, so there's a lot of FUD out there. So you know what? If I compare my moment ranks to my crypto markets, I'm actually not that. Now that I think about it, I'm okay. My Top Shot, my NFTs didn't get hit as hard. So yeah, bro.
Maybe
Markets
that's
are not doing too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Look at it, glass half full type shit. So yeah, and then I opened up my TD Ameritrade too, and Tesla not doing good either. So, all these markets are kind of tied. But what I am noticing is that the things about trading cards and art, and in a way, I guess Top Shot as well, they're not very liquid. It's not that easy to sell a moment, right?
Yeah.
If you have a Tesla stock, you just put a market sell, boom, it's gone. As long as the thing is up. But yeah, with a Top Shot moment, you really can't do that. So people get less hesitant to sell like crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's more of a slow degrading, if you will, like people undercutting each other slowly kind of thing. And some people might see, damn, people are kind of, the slower you could do something, you might be you might just shut off your computer and go do something else. You know what I mean? But if like crypto, like Bitcoin is dropping by like 15%, motherfuckers are on their Coinbase. You know what I mean? It even went down this morning. Like, you couldn't even get in.
Yeah.
And
that's
honestly,
a good point, bro.
yeah, I just wanted to say that the funniest thing was that once Coinbase went down, the selling stopped.
Damn, bro.
So
Yeah, I remember. So I remember we had spoken about that a little bit with NBA Top Shot and how like I don't know, usually like after they go into a maintenance, they make it so that you can't like sell moments right away. They add like a type of timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, bro, I think something that you highlighted which is huge is the fact that this is not like a stock, right, where you could just clean up your whole portfolio in like a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
While NBA Top Shot is like, yeah, you can try to pull your moments out for sale, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not, somebody still has to buy it. And it's like, that's usually not very immediate. Unless, again, you're trying to sell it for the lowest market price and the bot picks it up. Like,
Yeah.
little jab right there to the live token bots, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, that's a good point, bro. And maybe that'll tie back into something we're gonna talk about later. So let's leave
Yeah.
it at
Word.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm down to just get into some news. We didn't have too much this time around. Um, I'll take over this part for a little
Of
bit.
course, bro.
So a few things that they mentioned. One of the key things they said was that edition sizes are getting changed. By the time you guys hear this, you already see some of the moments that got their edition sizes changed. Basically, a lot of the 35k CCs went LE, a good portion of them. A lot of good players actually. So now we have 35k LEs for a good amount of players, and then the rest that didn't get changed, they moved up to 40k CC. Um, and just real briefly, again, if you're newer to Top Shot, the CC just means that that's currently the maximum they'll make out of that one. They'll print, but that can get increased, and we just saw it. Something from 35k CC, even though they weren't all out. Top Shot decided, okay, you know what, we're pushing this up to 40. And I guess that's just to prepare for more packs. And one of the things we've been talking about recently is how they doing a pack a week. Um, they said that the reasoning for that is to meet the demand of base set moments. So with that said, bro, what what do you think about that statement? We're increasing, you know, the base set from 35k CC to 40k, potentially also 45k, to meet the demand of base set moments. Do you think there's demand for base set moments right now to warrant an increase?
I mean, bro, when you brought it up this morning, I was like, what? Like, I took a second. I was like, yo, could you repeat that? Because
Or
don't get me wrong, right? Like, I'm the first one to jump on the queue as soon as there's a pack, right? But now to say there's a demand for base set moments, like, I
yeah,
mean, but you mentioned this to me recently, but uh, what was it? The throwdown pack. You know how at the ending they always give rebounds for those that couldn't hit.
right.
You mentioned that what like a good 60k of them or something weren't even purchased, like packs.
Yeah, some
So
crazy number, bro.
that's mind blowing, bro. Just think about that, right? Like rewind to 2 months ago, you couldn't even get a cheap pack, bro. A base set was like golden still,
Yeah,
and now they're even hitting a point where like I'm good. I'm not even gonna buy that, and they give you days to buy it at that. Like
or
with this other shit. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what maybe there's something that we're not seeing or that's not clear. To me, honestly, the only thing that I guess that I'm looking as a positive to increasing the mint for unique moments is that they won't make more moments of that player right away.
yeah,
So like what you were saying, right? It's like we're coming to the ending of the season, right? So now all we're probably gonna see soon are gonna be like playoff moments and stuff like that. Uh, and whatever, maybe they'll have like special packs for that. But yeah, what it'll do is we won't see another four John Morant moments by July or something. It's like which is good, right? Because this is something we've been kind of preaching. If you keep making more moments of that player, every few weeks, it hits a point where it's like, do you buy all of them? Like, or am I
yeah,
just gonna be looking at this for the moment? So yeah, I guess those are my immediate thoughts as you were actually saying it.
yeah, yeah, bro. That 60k pack thing that didn't get sold, those rebound packs. Obviously, the throwdowns themselves, the premium packs got sold out, like off rip. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking about rebounds base sets. So Yeah, and the only thing that's getting increased here are the base set moments. So this, yeah, that wording, I don't know if I truly believe them. Maybe they're saying it vaguely like that, like, oh yeah, there's demand for base set moments, so we're increasing them. Um, I just think that they are a business. They're in the business of making money and having packs available for people to buy almost at any time. So again, like a newcomer comes in, the current state is that if you want to buy a pack, right? If you're just coming into Top Shot now, let's say you just heard about it, you're like, oh yeah, let me check it out, and you get on the website, you don't really have a pack to buy unless it's a window for the pack to buy. So clearly, they're trying to set up a system where a new person coming in has something to buy, not just the marketplace. Because yes, it's kind of, we talked about this before, but if you think about really what is the most exciting thing, what is the purpose of Top Shot, what is the thing that hooks you, and it's opening up a pack. Like, it's not, some of it is like, oh damn, look at this moment, it's so cheap, let me buy it. But that usually is not the initial hook. The initial hook is like you open up a pack that you don't know what's in it and reveal something. And I don't want to get into this topic too much, but now that I'm saying it out loud, it kind of strikes me. Like the other day, actually it's been a while. It's been a few months, but I was at the mall with Gucci with the baby, and we were in the store, and there were yo son, crazy amount of toys, right? And I'm going through all of them. I'm like, you get to pick one toy, and we're leaving. I don't want too many toys at the house. And we got this little funny rule where it's like one toy comes in, one goes out.
Oh,
So
really? Wait.
yeah. If you
Okay,
if
yeah, yeah.
if you got gifted a toy or we bought you a toy, you got to pick another one to like,
That's
get the
interesting.
step
Okay.
in, right? You met your toy quota.
You hyping me up for the
So
story. Continue, bro.
yeah, so then in my head I'm thinking I know which big ass toy I'm getting rid of, but just pick something. You know what I mean? I don't care what you pick. And I'm going through all the aisles, showing them all the toys, and there's a whole crazy ass toys, bro. Fire, like all sorts of things, and she runs around for a while, isn't too excited about anything except for one thing, bro, which was this ball. Yeah, I've seen this before. They're called LOL surprise toys. Bro, it's literally this like pink ball, I guess with a little few cartoon pictures on them.
Okay.
But the whole idea is that you don't know what the hell's in it.
Oh,
And bro, I kid you not, these shits are going for bread. Like, um, this little ass ball, bro, was going for like 25.99 or something, 24.99. I was like, yo, what could possibly fit,
24.99.
bro? You have no idea. LOL. You know what? I don't have time to look it up, but if you got kids or you got nephews that you've gotten toys for, and you heard of the LOL surprise, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These things are dumb expensive, and they bring nothing important, bro. Nothing of valuable. The toys don't move. There's nothing, bro. There's nothing special about them. They lose them. In fact, they're so little that the kids lose them in like 15 minutes. Anyways, I think I understand why that toy is so successful because I have seen it before and I get why they're expensive, right? They're expensive because people will pay the damn money for it. But, the kids want it so much, right? And you as a parent, you just, fuck it, whatever. Get the damn shit. Let's go. So, and that's exactly what I did. She ended up with her little toy surprise and she lost most of them and whatever. But the whole idea was that she had this ball where no one knew what the fuck was in there. You know what I mean? You could have gotten a kitty or a dog, or you could have gotten a little girl or whatever, a little Barbie type shit. So you had no idea what's in it, and I guess that's the most exciting thing. You know what I mean? I just as I said that, it kind of you probably have your own analogies. Loot boxes.
So yeah, bro. Like, bro, I know exactly the feeling. I remember when I was a kid, bro. I used to buy Yu-Gi-Oh packs, and my mom used to give me around like $5 a day for food or whatever, because she was out from like morning to night for work.
Yeah.
And I would sometimes even skip dinner, bro, just so that I could buy one of those packs.
God damn.
And yeah, bro. And as a kid, you're probably thinking like, yo, bro, what if I get fucking, bro, I don't even know what was cool. I don't know what was the elite card to get, right? But whatever, let's say Exodia, some shit, some fire shit, right? Like I would just think about it. I was like, oh my God, bro, if I could get this card, which by the way, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna make me like nasty at the game or anything. It
Yeah.
was just something that I used to love, like looking at them when I was back home, like that feeling of like owning them and shit, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I wonder like, but nothing beat that like opening that pack feeling, bro. Like that shit used to get me so fucking excited, bro. And so, yeah, I'm one, bro. Actually, not big shout out to Gucci, right? I wonder if this is like human nature to like, in terms of like our small addictions, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Because in a few episodes back, if you guys heard me, I asked Dom if we're potential crackheads, but uh, like I'm just wondering, you were even noticing like in early stages of your life, right, where we hear, right, it's like I don't like to gamble. I'm not a big casino guy or anything like that, right? I hate losing my money and shit like that. Um, but I would freaking throw money at a Yu-Gi-Oh pack and literally probably end up throwing out the cards afterwards if I get some bullshit. So yeah, but I'm just wondering, like, is it like when I heard you saying that story, it makes me think like, is that just part of like how we are as people?
Yeah, I think so. 100%, bro. It's tapping into some psychological thing. After this conversation, I might actually spend a little time trying to, fill out that thought because, it is interesting, bro. I markets are a lot more psychological than people think. Like I hear that all the time, where it's like, you know, um, I don't want to be quoted on any of this, but like I think like Zuckerberg or some other rich smart CEO that created some, we're saying like, yo, they asked them like what degree was most important because you got like a business degree and you got like a 4 years of psychology, and they're like, yo, my psychology degree, like 100%, that's the most valuable thing I took out of anything. And it's because you get ideas on how people work, how people interact, and yeah, that's what drives markets at the end of the day. It's not really business, it's not really math. To really understand a market, you gotta understand people, and that's why Doge is flying to the moon and shit. You know what I mean? Fundamentally, it doesn't make any sense, but then that's why you gotta throw fundamentals out the window and see what the hell the people. You gotta understand the people. So yeah, yeah, I can't say too much about it, but I think, yeah, 100% is doing something psychological to us. The whole thing of not knowing what the hell we're getting. Um,
Yeah.
one quick experiment you could do is look at the market right now, and if I show you like, let's say a market smart 40 KCC, if I show you that moment and I say, Chris, pay me $3, would you do it? You
No.
probably won't, right? But if I said, yo, like, if you knew that moment is in a pack that's worth $9 and you could get three of them, like you would. You know what I mean? Like you would
Yeah.
so easily pay the $9 for three cards that could end up being three market smarts. But you're cool with that because you don't know what's in it, and that's more exciting than knowing. Okay, let me get the three cards and just buying them straight up. So yeah, I guess that's the point, bro.
Big shout out
um,
to LOL Surprise Dolls, if that's what they call it, right? LOL
Yeah,
Surprise.
no, fuck them. They're out here taking my motherfucker parents' monies and shit. Like,
Yeah, bro.
um, so yeah, I guess just to tie it all together, the whole point of all this was to say that they want there to be enough packs for newcomers to come in because opening packs was fire. And they're doing that by increasing the CCs to make sure that there's enough moments and enough moments to fill up those packs.
Full
The next
circle, bro.
thing. Exactly. Full circle, finally. Um, Only took half the show. Series 2s, they also announced that they're confirmed pretty much that Series 2 will run throughout the season and playoffs. So as soon as the playoffs end for this year, it marks the opening of Series 3. And Series 3 will most likely then run from the off season through, I guess, the finals of next season. At least I'm assuming that, but based on what we saw with Series Ones. Um, so yeah, I think that ties up pretty much what they hit with the news. Yeah, I got nothing else.
Yeah, bro. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know we got like some other news. Like for example, we got what is it like 2 weeks ago? We bought the Hustle and Show. I think that's what it's called, right? Hustle and Show.
Yeah.
And there's like a part two coming out of it. We're by the way, we're recording on Wednesday, the 19th, I believe, of May. So by the time you guys probably hear this, you may already got one. Either
Yeah.
way, they haven't like confirmed it, but it should definitely probably be this week. So
Mhm.
keep an eye out for that. Hopefully, I do hit if you're listening.
Word.
And then yeah, the other one that you actually brought up today in the group chat was I believe, right? I think we can safely say this is the last Cool Cat challenge or moment before the LaMelo challenge, right? That this is right? No?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's pointing towards that. They're also a lot. They don't want to say and then take things back, and I get it, because of all the pressure they get on Discord and Twitter and all that. But yeah, it looks like they're. I guess they made it that it's gonna be 30 moments in total, and this next moment would be number 29, and then obviously the master challenge would be number 30. Um, yeah, so there were some cool. This was probably one of the coolest, right? I, if I'm not, what do you think? Like, they went with Steph Curry, obviously mega star, right?
Yep.
A1 in terms of the some of the players you could get, and then they also went with a fire ass moment too. It's not just like some cool looking three or some layup. So, and I know you jot down some information. So, what exactly was it? So, what's Steph Curry's moment?
Yeah, so again, it's a Steph Curry moment, and it's actually when he beat the GSW Will Chamberlain record, right? So again,
Hmm.
fun fact, Will Chamberlain was part of the Golden State Warriors back in the day, and it was around 17,784 points,
Hmm.
and so because of that, they're going to mint that exact amount, and I'm not going to say that number again, but it's around 17,000 and some change. And
Word.
so now what's interesting about it is that the way they're distributing the moment is a little bit different from the norm, right? So they
Hmm.
have a few things, right? The first one is they're gonna distribute 3,000 to the top Cool Cat owners. And we don't necessarily know what that means, right? It's a bit vague when you first hear it. We don't know if it's people that literally have the most, because again, I guess you could stack Cool Cats, you could have more than one. And so maybe that's one way to look at it. But either way, they're saying the top 3,000 of those will go towards the most cool cat owners. And then B, where I think majority of people fall, is somebody who's completed at least one of the cool cat challenges and still owns two of them. So either way, that's cool, right? Because now you don't have to go again, try to get in the market and, start buying these moments up. You might actually just have one coming your way if you've already been part of this. So that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. We save some money and my just even to throw a quick prediction, since again the mint of it is kind of high, probably
Yeah.
won't be worth like too much money. But again, it's still Steph Curry. It's actually a moment, right? Like he literally just became the all-time scoring leader for Golden State, which is like a big deal. And I don't think anybody's gonna pass him anytime soon, especially since he's still gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And so yeah, bro. Again, going back to what we've been saying for a while, this is actually a moment, and so something to look out for. In terms of I guess you could say a sleeper.
Yeah, bro. It's definitely one of those moments that even after the master challenge, I want to hold on to. Because even if it's 17K of them, again, who knows if in a year, 2 years, we're looking at a million users. What's 17K to that? Um,
Exactly.
and again, it's an actual moment. It's not just a cool play, right? You got different tiers of moments. Like you got like a bum ass play, like a regular layup, right? Then you got like a moment that was like fire, like oh wow, like that was a cool ass 3 pointer. And then you got like moments that are like something like this, like it goes down in the history books. You know what I mean? When people go back and look at that player, say, damn, I remember. Yep, that was the day he became the all-time points leader for the franchise that he will retire with, pretty much. So
Yeah, or
pretty
like
cool.
Sam Merrill with the 3-point shooting thing, right? Shout out
Yo,
to BFD Hayes.
word. So yeah, go buy yourself some arrows. Um, And yeah, so did you hit both requirements, right? So top 3K users, or top 3K Cool Cats holders, and if you completed at least one challenge and you have 2 Cool Cats in possession, then you're definitely part of the 17,784. I said the number. Users that are gonna get a copy just airdropped. Oh, I didn't put this in our notes or anything, but I did read that this time they're not just airdropping it to you like previous challenge rewards. This is the first time we see something different, which is you get airdropped a pack,
Oh,
which you open and reveal the one moment that you knew you're gonna get. But it goes back to what we were just talking about, right? Like opening is part of the experience. And now that you know what you're getting is different, but what you don't know that you're getting is which cereal, you know what I mean? Which is also something that adds value.
damn! I was going to say, I'm like, damn. Why would they take away the euphoria from opening the pack? But now that you mention that, bro, now I have something to look forward to with that. That's dope.
Word.
Yeah, it reminds me of when we got the gift. Do you remember that? Like when we first started. But at least
Yeah.
when they threw the gift at you, that you got like, what is it? 1 out of like 6 moments. It was like a D'Lo, Rui, and like a few other moments.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, this is cool. Like, I wonder when that will happen. We don't know any timelines on that, right? It was just something they just recently announced today.
Yeah. I think it would probably make sense that it'll be in the next couple of days just because Ben Sim, they've been dropping the next Cool Cat right after like the challenge ended. So Fred Van Vliet challenge ended, and then like the day after we heard about the Ben Simmons challenge. So I would assume that with Ben Simmons ending, that you'll see the Curry get announced. But I did look in my fancy tools, and I didn't see it minted. So it's not minted yet as of Wednesday night. So it could be next week. It'll probably be next week, seeing as we're expecting Hustle and Show to be this week. They probably maybe want to space it out a little bit. Well, who knows? They also don't have too much time, right? Because playoffs are coming like next week.
Yeah,
So it's like,
exactly. It feels like they're probably trying to rush it because I'm sure they have like a whole. I mean, we've been talking about it like for like forever. They probably have like a whole like itinerary for the playoffs because again, this is like where everybody's really gonna start. Even like non-basketball fans become basketball fans. So
word.
I'm expecting some fun, right? And then again, we need it, right? Because we started this episode kind of gloom with the with the market. So something to look forward to, right? So
Word.
yeah. Right, cool. I think that covers all the news. Now there is one thing, bro. I mean, I guess you can say it's news, but it's something that's been kind of like it kind of dropped this weekend. That's I guess you could say it's a big deal,
Yeah.
and it's that Dapper Labs got sued this weekend, and we got some info on it for you guys. Again, I am not a lawyer. My boy Dom is not a lawyer either. He knows some fancy words, which is nice. But like I will try to do my best to try to keep this as simple as possible, as quick as possible, and I obviously without keeping it boring. So, so keep that in mind. So yeah, apparently what it is, it's a Top Shot user who is suing Dappers because essentially you're purchasing a moment, but NBA Top Shot is not giving you the right to the property. And I guess again it goes back to the whole fact that you own this moment, right? But like it lives within Top Shot, unlike other NFTs where you buy it an open sea, but you can like I guess keep it somewhere else. This strictly lives on their end, and that's been kind of like a gray line for some people. And then the other like I guess accusation they made was that because they've made it so hard for investors to withdraw their money, it's actually had an impact on the market. And when I first heard that, I was like, damn, we did talk about this before, where when we first started, right, we weren't able to take our money out, and this is like a known fact, right? Keeping your money in your savings, you actually lose money over time, right? So what ends up happening? You park your money somewhere, right? In some type of investment. Now, if you only have money on NBA Top Shot, in this particular scenario, then you're gonna probably park your money into moments that could probably appreciate. And so that was the second thing that they're kind of accusing them of, which is since you can't withdraw your money, it's kind of perked up the market, right? And as we saw a few months ago, like yeah, the market was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Now, reading more about it, again, not a lawyer here, They were saying that Top Shot will probably be able to get out of this fairly easy though, once they get out of beta, because they did promise that as soon as they're out of beta, they will allow for immediate withdrawals, and so that practically gets rid of all those concerns that were previously mentioned. Um, Again, like not sure how this is gonna like how long this will take. This could be like a long legal process. But the main question I wanted to ask you, Dom, was like, what like do you think it will have an impact on NBA Top Shot as a whole? Like to us as a consumers, like, do you have like any insight on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think with like looking at Top Shot as just like any other market through that lens, if you will. Anytime there's something news like this come out, it's tagged as it's considered what they call FUD, right? So it's an acronym for, or I guess an initialism, whatever, for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Essentially, is like, it's news that comes out that that affects the market negatively, but does it change the bottom line, right? So usually what you have to look at with any news that comes out. You have to look at the caveat. What does it actually change? Whether the news is positive or negative, right? And you know, if there is some merit to the lawsuit, if it does, um, if it does reach something negatively, then you can see. Again, I mean, you can see a lot of things happen. It depends on exactly what happens. So, I don't want to speculate on that, but I do want to say that in the interim, right? The first thing that I know about, these lawsuits is that they don't get settled, or, we don't hear a verdict anytime soon. Like usually
Yeah.
these things drag on for months on months and months before anything even happens. So, I would think that during the announcement of this, you hear a lot of FUD, right? You hear more like little details about it come out, and you see a lot of people selling off because of it. They'll look, they'll probably look at their moments and be like, "Yo, let me get out with what I got," kind of thing. Um, so for us, what does that mean? It's probably, it's probably a buying opportunity, to be honest. It'll probably create situations where a lot of people rush to sell off, more sell off coming out, and a lot of good moments go overlooked or something. Um,
Yeah, bro.
that's the only thing I can predict. That could happen. So yeah, probably a
No, bro.
good buying opportunity.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, there's always gonna be some way that like people can get out of it's like every other market, right? Like, we've said this before. When something happens in real life, right? People, what's the first thing they do is like, especially then they need like money. They try to take it out of their investments, right? So it could be like the stock market, whatever, some type of side hustle they got going on. In this case, it could be NBA Top Shot, right? Like if you need your money, right, you're probably just gonna immediately try to rush to sell your moments for maybe a ridiculous price because you're just trying to get some type of liquidity, whatever. Um, and so yeah, bro, exactly what you said. This just creates another opportunity for us. And again, for those who have been following us for a bit now, like, yes, there's ways to make quick bucks on this, right? Like if you're nasty with the market and you just happen to be really good at guessing some of these challenges and what they're going to be consisting of beforehand, and a few other strategies. But again, you also have to look at this long term. And so, yeah, if this creates a buying opportunity for us to get in on again these steals where somebody will sell a ridiculous moment for a super low value, like, man, whatever, good for me, bro. This is just a buying opportunity. So yeah, bro. I don't really necessarily see this doing anything bad to NBA Top Shot. Again, this is one user. Um, and actually, one other thing, and again, not a legal expert, but Top Shot they actually covered a lot of these things in their terms of agreement. And again, just because you said in your terms of agreement doesn't mean that like you can just get away with murder now. But it's one of those things where like it definitely helps in terms of like building their case. So you were saying this could go on forever. Might not necessarily own it, but it did get like immediate attention, right? Like when I saw this, I was away on vacation. You sent us the tweet. I was like, "Fuck, bro!" Like even without reading, like, cause just think about it, right? Like a lot of people aren't legal experts, and a lot of people don't even take time to read anything, right? So as soon as you read a headline of like Dapper Labs getting sued, and like all they have to do is throw a word like fraud in there, oh, bro, there's gonna be somebody that said, "Oh, fuck this," and didn't even like read it. They'll immediately go to take action on it. So Yeah, bro. If I had to guess, like you said, there's probably a few people that took this as an out, and again, we'll continue to see that throughout the course of this whole thing, right? Because it is what it is, and that's the game. So
Yeah, I think the only thing I do, if I am gonna try to put on my my glasses as a like, try to look at the lawsuit terms. It sounds like it's broken down to two things. I think you mentioned two things, which is, one, being able to take out your money, and
yeah,
then two, it being classified as security. And I think, if those are the two claims that are being made, the point about the securities, just from experience with other things in the past, not saying anything related specifically to this case here, but like that doesn't make sense. I don't feel like there's a merit into that claim. I guess one of the reasons being is that, we see that get thrown a lot, like, oh, this is considered a security. Boomshin, if you're listening to this, or anybody that holds cryptos like XRP knows exactly what that kind of FUD does, which is calling some kind of currency or calling some kind of thing a security. It has a shock effect on the market immediately, because being considered a security by the SEC means that you it means big trouble kind of thing. It turns into something very, very big, and you can't be messing with the IRS or the SEC. So but the selling of Top Shot moments, I guess one of the attributes or characteristics of a security is that the thing that you're selling, kind of like a share, so share like Tesla shares are securities, right? That thing is like a part ownership of the business, and that's what's a security, and that's considered a security. So do you consider these Top Shot moments as a part ownership of Top Shot? And it doesn't meet that criteria at all. You know what I mean? Like the Top Shot doing well doesn't mean that your moment is doing well, right? Because they
right.
get their money from exchanges in the marketplace, right? And then selling of packs, and selling of packs. I mean, that's what they've been doing, right? Top Shot's been making hella money while a lot of people's market portfolio value are dropping. So there is no correlation exactly with the moment and how well
Exactly.
Top Shot is
Yeah,
doing.
bro. If you think about it, this was never one of those things. Like even when you first presented this to me, it was never this thing was like, yo, you need to get on this. This is easy money, right? It was never that.
Right.
It was more like, yo, this is a chance to get in on collectibles. And then it's you as a consumer make up your own predictions of what that means, right? Because again, we're our own people and we can deduce these things, right? Um, so yeah, bro, and Top Shot's never made that claim like, yo, bro, don't miss out on this profit. They've never said that, right? It's strictly, yo, here's a chance at owning this moment.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, as long as I guess they stick to that, which is that you do own the rights to that property, as long
Yeah.
as that is true, then I just don't see this probably going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I guess
At least
that's
that part, right? At least
yeah, at
that
least
part
just
of
that part. At least that part, yeah. Now the withdrawal thing, obviously, like again, not a legal expert. I don't know if I understand that like they had some technical issues, and that's probably as to why it's taken this long. But I don't know if that actually goes against any particular rule. And again, that's for the Dapper team to have to deal with. But again, I don't see that. Like, look at it this way, right? It's as simple as people have known that withdrawing money has been a thing with NBA Top Shot. Even with that big boom back in February, yeah, people still continue to buy moments. So that alone wasn't a factor in scaring people away. I don't see why this would either. And I think that kind of brings it back to what you were
Word.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So lawsuit debunked. Now
Facts.
joking. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. We'll keep you updated, obviously. But again, like these lawsuits take so long that we probably won't have any updates for a while. And there's also more research that we can do, right? At least when it's made public. Top Shot hasn't released anything on it, so that's the first thing is we gotta wait for them to honor this kind of lawsuit with like their own statement kind of thing. So we'll wait on that. And yeah, so a lot of Top Shot news this week in a way, and I thought there wasn't.
Yeah, word. We even gave him the law speech too. So, but yeah,
Word.
bro, I think I think other than that, I guess the last thing that we can kind of finish this episode on is, again, as usual, I try to show you some love on some sleepers that will kind of keep himself engaged in the market. This one's a little bit close to home for me personally, and I'm just start off by saying who it is. It's my boy Jason Tatum, my favorite basketball player in the NBA right now.
Sure.
My son's cut is clean. He's Aki, and yeah, bro, he's just elite. So yeah, again, to bring it back to the moment itself. So there's actually a moment right now in the market. I think it just went elite, like you were saying. It's a 35K LE. It's a pass to Robert Williams, or let's call it a dime here, right?
Mm.
It's like a behind the back pass that he does like on a fast break, kind of like hustle kind of play, from
Mhm.
out of bounds, and it was just fire, bro. And and again, just to kind of bring it back onto as to why I think this is a sleeper. Um, if you guys have been watching basketball, I guess you can even say the last few months. Jason Tatum dropped 60 last month, which is like the record for the Celtics franchise record. Like I think Larry Bird was the last person to hit that number, which is again good company to be in, right? Larry Bird, one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Facts.
And he dropped 50 yesterday on the Wizards in the play-in tournament, which they're now saying is the new record for the play-in, right? Because it's like the first year or the second. So either way, the way that I see it is the moment is cool, the player is awesome, decent price, and again, it could even get lower if you're trying to like just kind of wait a bit. As obviously as we're seeing what's going on with the market again, not financial advice.
Mhm.
But the way that I see it is, we're talking about like if you had to invest in players, like we're literally talking about here possibly one of like the on track to probably be the greatest Celtic of all time right now. He's only what 22, 23. The joke is that he's 19, and he's
Wow.
already putting up stats like this. Like, I mean, bro, like Larry Bird was elite, but this kid is clearly something special, and he's wilding. And he's box office. I actually one thing that we had spoken about early on, like when we were just trying to gauge like who has like NBA Top Shot clout. The first thing I thought about was jersey sales, and he's actually up there too. He's like top 10 jersey sales. So
Mm.
either way, like I see him coming up on the rise, especially as we start seeing, some of our, favorite players start retiring, like Westbrook down the line, LeBron, like these are the young goats that are going to take over the next generation, right? So do I see Tatum being one of them soon? Absolutely, bro. So again,
Yeah.
if you had your chance to scoop up a cheap Tatum moment, especially now, invest in the guy before he's a superstar, like I think now is the time.
Word. Yeah. That's a great sleeper. Damn, every time you bring this segment up, you catch me in the marketplace buying some shit. I hate you, bro.
Nah, brother. I mean, that's the goal, right? It's the psychology I'm going for, bro.
Word. All right, that's awesome, bro. Another sleeper, another banger. Got nothing else, bro. You want to close this one out?
Of course, bro. Again, I guess it's been a pleasure, like doing recording another episode with you, Dom. I know we're probably gonna talk about the Lakers versus Warriors game tonight. For those who are listening, like by the time you do probably listen to this, we'll know who have won. Right now, my money's on the Lakers. Who you got, Dom?
Listen, man. You went Lakers. Uh, I'm going Steph.
All right, all
I'm
right.
a glass cannon over here. He has to prove himself. There's been a lot of moments against, I think specifically against LeBron, where he falls a little short. But maybe this time's different, bro. I'm rooting for the underdog here.
Word. I didn't even want to dare go against LBJ
Word.
because our Miggy, our executive producer, will like try to chew me out after this. Like, how dare you, the queen, the king? Like, they'll
But
have a whole little fit. But
we're clear that we're not putting money on this, right? So yeah, come on,
yeah, we're
clear.
not putting money on this. So yeah, like, either way, and by the next time I guess we record, we'll probably talk about it, bro, because I'm sure it's gonna be one hell of a fucking game, bro. So,
Word.
and on that note, yo, bro, be easy, bro. Have a good one, NFC City.
NFT City. Peace.